जो फेमिनिस्ट स्ट्रगल है वो आदमी वर्सेस औरत की लड़ाई नहीं है, बल्कि पेट्रियार्कल लोग वर्सेस फेमिनिस्ट लोगों की लड़ाई है.
The entire thing is like a complete mess now, with so much of misinformation being propagated that feminism is all about egalitarian stuff.
डाइवर्सिटी बनाती है मगर भेदभाव नहीं बनाती, वो भेद बनाती है, भेदभाव.
This is the whole anomaly, that you want men to be feminists, at the same time you want men to be in the doing the traditional gender roles. So how can a man be feminist and do the gender roles, stuck in the gender? So you want both the things.
Right.
Like dhoti bhi pehenna hai, pant bhi pehenna hai. We MRAs are watching a movie called Queen because we wanted to talk about smaller aspects of life. Supreme Court said misuse of 498A can lead to legal terrorism. In 2005, July, and even today the feminists are saying that no woman misuses rape law. Rape laws are not misused, or even if there is a misuse, it is a very small percentage of misuse compared to the total number of cases. If feminists created certain rules and they are forcing us to play the game, then we will use their rules to take on them.
Hi Sameer, hi Anil, how are you guys doing?
Hi. Well, doing good.
So aaj, one very interesting thing happened. So I was just browsing through YouTube and I saw Dhruv Rathee's video on feminism. Have you guys seen it? Sameer, have you seen it by any chance?
Yes, we have seen it.
I think I saw a bit of it a couple of days back, but there is something unique, something funny about it. Yeah.
Sir, for me, it was not unique. It made my blood boil. How
Oh, really?
पूरा का पूरा जिस तरह से deconstruction हुआ feminism का, and how feminism is such a great thing, and how patriarchal society में we are living. I mean, I was so shocked. I wanted to, at that particular point of time only, I wanted to comment, but then I realized that this video was a month old. But still, I think it was very important for me to express my opinions here, because it is rubbish what he is talking, according to me. He has got no idea of the ground realities, what is happening.
So what has happened? Like, he's a fan of feminist or feminism, or what is he? He's a male feminist, or what is that? What is he exactly? I mean, I got it that he's trying to sell something about feminism, right? He's trying to sugarcoat feminism, and he's trying to show that feminism is good and how it will benefit everybody, not just women and all that. I think it is something in that line, right? I mean, what pisses you off?
What pissed me off was what you very correctly said, sir. The whole aspect of sugarcoating feminism and saying, oh, it's all about equality. It's all about equal work, equal pay. It's all about, nobody wants to be one up than men, but we want equal rights as men. Jabki it is quite the contrary what is happening.
Did he say something like it's a battle against patriarchy?
So I was coming to that and mentioning that the entire thing is not against men, but it is against a patriarchal mindset. And people who are against feminism are trying to promote patriarchal mindset. And I was like, I mean, like how you are promoting feminism, okay, and you are saying, oh, this is not feminism. People who are opposing feminism, why are they becoming patriarchal? That is something I never understood.
Right. Okay.
I just want to know.
Yeah, just because. So if you oppose feminism, then you are a patriarchal person. That's what he meant.
Yes. You are stamped as a patriarch.
So let's say there is a feminist. There are, I 20 years back I was talking to feminists online, and they said, you don't know feminism. You should read feminism. And then when I started discussing with them, they said there is not one feminism. There are like 26 different kinds of feminism. Then it is obvious that there will be some feminists who will question feminism. So then they are patriarchal. Let's say. I mean, just let's now look into scientific theory. There is something called von Neumann architecture in computers. Okay. Then some people may question it. Okay. Right? There is a like some people may question quantum theory, or some people. So that means they are anti-science. Or is it like that? They are anti-computer or anti-technology. Let's say I question somebody like you question Stephen Hawking. That
Okay.
does that make you anti science, anti astronomy, or anti physics? So we will have a new breed of anti physicists, right?
Right.
I mean, okay. Let me, before we go proceed further, let us first wear a hat of equality. Okay, so right now, imagine we are wearing a hat. In future, we'll have a real hat. So let's wear a hat of equality. Okay,
मतलब we become
let's be very
feminist.
clear.
Hmm.
I think if the moment we said that, Dhruv Rathee will conclude that we are feminists. Okay, but we don't know. We don't know. End of this session, we may all become male feminist. I don't know. Let us have an open mind and let us consider what he's saying. Okay, I'm not. It's not like Of course, as per you, Akshat, doc, that he is bullshitting. Okay, but I'm saying, like, let's be open. Let's consider, you know, trying to have a conversion. We as men's issues experts or men's human rights activists, we can convert if there's a good deal available for equality and egalitarianism and freedom from patriarchy, gender roles, and all that. So let's consider. It will be let's become, or let's consider becoming feminists for 5 or 10 minutes, maybe, at least. Okay, it will be fun, right? Yeah. So what do you think, Samir? You have not seen the video, I
See,
guess, much.
sir, if I see he is talking about feminism, basically is targeting patriarchy. He, I think he doesn't know what is feminism. His entire
But
topic was
he also
towards.
seems to be talking about men's rights. He's also
He
talking
was
about men's
basically
rights in that
he
video.
was basically not talking about feminism. He was talking about how he should talk against patriarchy, because feminism, what exactly feminism is? Feminism is talking about all genders having equal rights and opportunities. It is
Okay.
about respecting diverse women's experiences, identities,
Right.
knowledge, and strengths, and striving to empower all women to realize their full rights. There is nothing about patriarchy in that feminism. But his entire video was talking about how to downgrade the patriarchy.
Okay, let us do one thing. I think let's start watching.
घुमा फिरा के हम उसी पॉइंट पर वापस आते हैं कि जो फेमिनिस्ट स्ट्रगल है वो आदमी वर्सेस औरत की लड़ाई नहीं है, बल्कि पेट्रियार्कल लोग वर्सेस फेमिनिस्ट लोगों की लड़ाई है। और ये लड़ाई ना सिर्फ औरतों को इक्वल राइट्स देने की लड़ाई है, बल्कि आदमियों के राइट्स की भी लड़ाई है। सही सुना आपने,
Okay.
मेंस राइट्स। बहुत से मेंस इश्यूज के पीछे भी कारण
Okay, fine. So he's saying that this is not a gender battle between genders. I mean, men versus women, women versus men. That's what he's saying. And he's also saying that this is a fight between feminist people and patriarchal people. And feminism is also not just for women's rights. Feminism is also for men's rights. That's what he exactly said, right? In those 20 seconds, right? Okay, fair enough. So what should we do? We all become, because we want men's rights, we want men's equal rights. Feminists want women's equal rights. So there seems to be an agreement, in theory at least, right? We want equality, right? We want equality of whatever kind, perfect equality or whatever way, balance it out. And feminists also want, and then in that case, Dhruv Rathee seems to be right. He's saying that feminism is a battle for men's rights as well, as much as it's a battle for women's rights. And maybe he will give a couple of examples of male suicides, or the way men are stuck with gender roles, and the way men have no choices, or the way men are emotionally suppressed. They are not allowed to, express themselves, or not allowed to cry. Maybe he will get to that. But before we go there, let us look at the ground reality or the practical reality, right? I mean, they are saying that it's not a men versus woman thing or woman versus men thing. There's no gender war. He's denying the gender war, right? So let's become like feminists. So in that case, we have to ask the fundamental question that when the Me Too movement happened, without any due process, men were accused. Okay. Okay, whatever may be the history of it, we don't care. We don't care. Maybe they were really, sexual perverts, they had sexually harassed, but there was no due process. Okay, and they were trending. Lot of feminists or women were trending, believe all women in Twitter. Okay, I want to know what's going on, right? Like, you don't give the man the due process, and you say that if a woman made an allegation, then that allegation has to be like, don't disbelieve the woman. So that means a man's career can go based on a mere allegation, right? And that too an online allegation. The woman in Indian situation can keep her identity private. The man's identity is out there. So there is a lynch mob which will come after you. So that's what happened in Me Too movement, right? Let us look at one more thing about. So of course, later on, the leftists and feminists, they denied. They said we never said that it is believe all women. Fair enough. Let us go to another example of Twitter, where Twitter started trending something very offensive, which basically in English, which basically means मर्दों को मार दो. Okay, मैं नहीं बोल रहा हूँ. I'm in this because Twitter's algorithm may catch it. Okay, so they said something, use the K word, K all men, the K word, मार देना. K
Right.
all men, hashtag. 2013, it was trending, K all men. Okay, K something. That's a 4-letter word. And you know what K means. Okay, maar dena. So they were trending it, and later on they said that it's a joke. Okay, so if there is no hatred, no man versus woman thing going on, then what are these examples at a mass scale going on, right? What are these examples? Or let me put it forward, like, when we say that feminism, so how do we know who is a feminist? Like, who is the spokesperson of a feminist? Is Dhruv Rathee a spokesperson? No, right? Some feminist will be the spokesperson in India, right? Some feminist. Who is that feminist? Are they being appointed, or do we know them? Like Indira Jai Singh, is she a feminist? Or Ranjana Kumari, or Kavita Krishnan, or the ladies who work for AIDWA, the Communist Party's, the feminist wing of it? Or we consider Karuna Nandi a feminist? Who is the prominent? See, there are so many feminists, right? So who is the authority on feminist, right? Because different feminists can say different things. But we want to know, because we need to hold them to account, right? So who will be accountable? Let me give you an example of accountability where it comes. Every year, they used to arrest, the government used to arrest due to feminists. They used to arrest every year something like 200,000, 250,000 people, men, women, and children under IPC 498. I'm talking about 2005, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. During that time, they used to arrest a lot of men, women also. They used to be sent to prison on mere allegation of a woman. Okay, so I would like to ask, which feminist has questioned it? Okay, because Supreme Court said misuse of 498A can lead to legal terrorism. Okay, in 2005 July, Supreme Court said that, and the feminists went on, denying everything, saying that the misuse is minuscule, it doesn't happen. Even today, the feminists are saying that no woman misuses rape law. Rape laws are not misused, or even if there is a misuse, it is a very small percentage of misuse compared to the total number of cases. Okay, see, that's not the point. That's not the point. Let's say there's a train accident. Okay, let's say there are trains, thousands of trains go around, right, in a month. There is one train accident. Can you say that the train accidents are minuscule? Let's say in a month, we may have millions of people going in the trains, right? And in a day only, we may have 1,000 or 2,000 trains. So imagine how many trips are happening in a month. Let's say in a month, we may have 40, 50,000 trips of trains. I don't know the statistics. Sorry about that. But out of 40, 50,000 trips, let's say there is one accident and 100 people die. Should we say that that is insignificant?
No.
We can't, right? Now, how can you say that, let's assume for the time being that the laws are misused, and as feminists say, it's only 2% misuse. It's like not allowed, right? It's a different thing. We have to look at the data and statistic, and the feminist stand is that if there is some misuse happening, the men should be more understanding about it. Okay. It's like telling the train accident victims, if they survive, you should be more considerate about it, more understanding about it.
You were unlucky.
Because out of yeah, you are unlucky. Our sympathies are for you.
You were there in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Wrong time. And then
unlucky.
and then you say that which vehicle doesn't meet with an accident. The bikes have accidents. The bikes have accidents. The cars have accidents. The trucks have accidents, and the trains also have accidents. What's so big deal about it? Right? That's the kind of arguments that feminists are giving to us, while claiming that they are fighting against patriarchy. When they're saying this, where do we find patriarchy in India, by the way? I mean, we are men. So one is patriarchy is in the head. Okay, patriarchal source. Patriarchy is a mindset. Okay, so that is one part, we get it. There may be some people saying these are men's gender roles, these are the women's gender roles and all that, which we don't agree, mostly, right? I mean, we say, okay, husband can be house husband, wife can work in a corporate job, and husband can do the housework. That is fine for us as an MRA, right? However, what I want to ask is that apart from the patriarchal mindset, is there patriarchy existing in the structures also?
Absolutely.
That is what we have to ask. Like if what is police, by the way, or what is judiciary, by the way? Is there patriarchy in the judiciary? Is there patriarchy in police? I mean, there is a law in India that you can't arrest a woman after sunset and before sunrise. If police is not patriarchy, or police doesn't have patriarchal mindset, then why the hell that law is there? And also a male police official cannot arrest a female. Right? In India, right? So that means the police arrest procedures are gendered. They have to wait till the female police official arrives, right? That means police is a heavily patriarchal organization, right? Now let us look at how well, of course, feminists will claim that they fight against patriarchy of police, but I will just ask one thing. They said, right? So let's say we are male feminists and police is harassing us to the male feminists. Will the feminists, females, will they be taking on the police? Because will they take on police to protect the men? We are ready for a partnership, because the police is patriarchy that is harassing the women, that is harassing men. Both are getting harassed in maybe different ways. So in some way or other, for example, a police may do something lewd. They may sexually harass the women. They can be very insensitive towards women. They may make some sexist comments towards the women, right? That can happen by the police. For a man, the policeman may threaten him, okay, or he may just slap him, right? So that's the patriarchy, right? Isn't it? In a leftist paradigm, it's a patriarchy, right? Now we are talking about men's human rights at a police station. The police may hit a man because he's misusing his power and hierarchy, right? Isn't it? The other thing comes up, like, what is judiciary? Is not judiciary patriarchal? It is. Judiciary tells women, consider marrying a rapist, marrying your rapist. That's what judiciary used to say. Even movies were made on this theme, by the way. Okay, they may say that, right? So they are patriarchal. Judiciary even say, like, you are a man, your duty is to provide for the woman. Okay, even if it's a 6 months marriage. So judiciary is highly gendered and patriarchal institution, because it believes in this is woman's role, this is men's role. and the man must provide the maintenance to the woman, and it is the maintenance laws or alimony laws in India are highly gendered. Fair enough. So are
Correct.
feminists questioning these things? So it is all about judiciary's patriarchy. Are feminists questioning this? They are not, right? I mean, even Dhruv Rathee will not question it. Okay, I'm sure. Okay, the day Dhruv Rathee questions it, and then many more YouTubes question it, we will be male feminists, right? The point is, like let's talk about child access. Child access. Men are ready to smash patriarchy, right? Many men did it, right? Millions of men today, they change the diapers, they feed the baby, they wake up at night. You know, after the birth, couple of months, the child wakes up every 2 hours. So they wake up, the men wake up because the woman can be very tired whole day. So they wake up, they take care of the child, feed the child, or they may make the child sleep again or whatever, right? They stroke the child and all that. They have done that. They have changed the diapers. They have taken care, they have nurtured the children. I mean, men of our generations. But what does the patriarchal judiciary say about the child access? They're like, judiciary doesn't care about child access, right?
Mother
I
can
mean,
take care of the child.
during COVID, men said, just give us the video access, access over WhatsApp. Give us some access. Judiciary said, we will not do it. Judiciary said, if you already have an order of child access, then you do it. But we will not pass a sweeping order of video based access. Okay. Right. So judiciary is not caring about, in fact, the child is a pawn for the judiciary. Now, feminists are not questioning this. Right. Feminists are not questioning about police brutalities on men or judiciary's insensitivity towards men, especially the poor men. The poor men suffer the most, right? A big, rich man, powerful man, patriarchal man may, he may be able to recruit lawyers and all that, right? So this is the fundamental question, that if we all are feminists, right, because we believe in equality, and we have to fight against patriarchal thinking, then the police has the patriarchal thinking, the judiciary has the patriarchal thinking, a hell lot of politicians have patriarchal thinking.
Corporates.
Now, why that is not being questioned by feminists? And especially they are only fighting in fact, feminists have clearly said, we are fighting our battles against patriarchy. MRAs, men's activists, should fight their battles against patriarchy. They are saying that, right? Now, of course, so they themselves have separated us from their bandwagon. Okay, feminists are saying, who the hell are you? You are a man, right? We are fighting for, if you want to join us, the feminists, so if I have to join feminism, they will clearly tell me that our battle is basically women's battle against patriarchy. But you have come here and you say that it is a man's battle against patriarchy. That is a different goal. We don't allow you inside here because you may take up space. You may take up our resources. We don't want it, right? So they don't want to include us. So they have forgotten what DEI, right? Diversity and what is that? Inclusion and what is that?
Diversity. Inclusion.
Oh, what is that? Equity and diversity, equity and inclusion. So feminists are not going to do any DEI by inviting MRS to be part of them. Maybe 6 months we can be part of feminist group. So let us fight together the patriarchy. I mean the patriarchy of police. So wherever police is patriarchal towards women, so we fight there, and wherever this one, then we fight.
Yeah.
बल्कि आदमियों के राइट्स की भी लड़ाई है. सही सुना आपने, मेंस राइट्स. बहुत से मेंस इश्यूज के पीछे भी कारण यही पेट्रियार्की की विचारधारा है. सुनकर थोड़ा कंफ्यूजिंग लग रहा होगा, लेकिन एग्जांपल से समझाता हूं. अगर मैं आपसे कहूं दोस्तों, अनएम्प्लॉयड यूथ, एक बेरोजगार इंसान की फोटो इमेजिन करो अपने दिमाग में. क्या फोटो इमेजिन करी आपने पक्का एक बेरोजगार आदमी को इमेजिन किया होगा. एक बेरोजगार लड़के को इमेजिन किया होगा, लड़की को नहीं। ऐसा इसलिए क्योंकि हमारे समाज में ये सोच अक्सर देखने को मिलती है कि लड़की अगर बेरोजगार है तो फिर भी उसकी शादी कराई जा सकती है, वो हाउसवाइफ बन सकती है। लेकिन अगर एक लड़का बेरोजगार है, उफ, वो तो बड़ी मुसीबत वाली बात हो गई। आदमियों पर बेरोजगार ना होने का प्रेशर कहीं ज्यादा और है औरतों के कंपैरिजन में। पेट्रियार्कल विचारधारा कहती है कि औरतें हमेशा घर में काम करेंगी और आदमी को हमेशा पैसे कमाने होंगे, और अगर औरत भी नौकरी कर रही है और पैसे कमा रही है तो आदमी को उससे ज्यादा पैसे कमाने होंगे, नहीं तो लोग क्या कहेंगे? लोग कहेंगे अरे ये तो अपनी गर्लफ्रेंड से खर्चा करवाता है, किस टाइप का मर्द है ये, अरे ये आदमी होकर औरत की कमाई खाता है, शर्म नहीं आती इसे, अरे तुमसे ज्यादा तो तुम्हारी बीवी कमाती है। और जैसा मैंने पहले बताया था, बहुत सी लड़कियां और औरतें भी इसी पेट्रियार्कल सोच का शिकार है। तो वो भी कहती हैं कि हमें तो एक ऐसा हस्बैंड चाहिए जो हमसे ज्यादा कमाता हो, अरेंज मैरिज के लिए इनकार कर देंगे अगर लड़का हमसे ज्यादा नहीं कमाता तो। और यही पेट्रियार्कल माइंडसेट आदमियों की हाइट को लेकर भी होता है। लंबी औरतों को लंबे आदमी पसंद होते हैं, लेकिन छोटी हाइट वाली औरतों को भी लंबे आदमी पसंद होते हैं। अगर बाय चांस किसी की वाइफ की हाइट हस्बैंड की हाइट से ज्यादा निकल जाए तो लोग क्या कहते हैं, अरे इस आदमी से तो ज्यादा हाइट इसकी बीवी की है, ये कैसी जोड़ी है। लोग मजाक बनाते हैं इस चीज से, वही पिछड़ी हुई पेट्रियार्कल सोच की वजह से। अगर आप एक आदमी हो, मान लो आप अपनी गाड़ी में बैठकर जा रहे हो अपनी वाइफ या गर्लफ्रेंड के साथ, और सामने से एक गाड़ी वाला आता है जो आपकी गाड़ी पर खरोच मार देता है। गलती उसकी होती है, लेकिन वो अपनी गाड़ी से बाहर निकलकर आपको गालियां देना शुरू कर देता है। तो आप क्या करोगे ऐसी सिचुएशन में? ज्यादातर लोग क्या करेंगे, वो भी अपनी गाड़ी से बाहर निकलकर उल्टा दूसरे को गालियां देना शुरू कर देंगे। लेकिन गौतम बुद्ध ने कहा था, He gave me abuses, I didn't take them, so the abuses remained with him. उसने मुझे गालियां दी, मैंने ली नहीं, तो गालियां उसी के पास रही। ऐसी सोच एक समझदार आदमी के लिए सेंस बनाती है। लेकिन पेट्रियार्कल सोच क्या कहती है, तेरी बीवी के आगे उसने तुझे गालियां दी और तू सुनकर चला गया, कैसा मर्द है भाई तू, उसका मुंह तोड़ना चाहिए था तुझे, तू फिसड्डी है, तेरी बीवी क्या सोच।
I have a comment to make. So I'm wondering, he's talking about men's violence on the streets. Okay. That there are men who are violent and, some man is having a road rage and then the other man is coming out of the car because he has to impress his girlfriend. We agree this behavior. But I don't understand one thing. Recently, last couple of years, we're seeing a lot of videos of women assaulting men, assaulting other women, girls assaulting other girls. There's a lot of violence by women on the streets have skyrocketed. I mean, percentage-wise. I'm not claiming here that, women are doing more violence than men, but a lot of incidents of violence by women, those videos are available, and there are women who are hitting the policeman, okay, or a traffic constable, right, or somebody. A man can't hit a policeman and get away with it, but there are women who are doing it. There are women abusing men in a most vulgar way, being drunk. There are videos of women being drunk, laying on the road, rolling on the road when there is traffic. We have all those videos. Maybe some other time we'll play those videos. But I want to understand that what kind of patriarchy is that? Like, have they got some kind of a patriarchal thinking or matriarchal thinking or some other kind of whatever thinking? So what exactly has happened? Like, have they got some testosterone strips on their skin, or what has happened to these women that they are getting violent this way? And the next question that comes in, that does women empowerment make women violent? We need to ask that also here. Okay, of course you want equality and everything, but then there are a lot of women who are, and this was not so 15 years back. The women were not as violent today as they, they are more violent today than past. And I remember Sheila Dikshit once saying sometime in 2010 or 11 that if women can also be violent if they want to be, and all that kind of things she was saying. So she was doing a program with a feminist organization called breakthrough.tv. So I'm just wondering that part. So let's continue. Yeah.
पूछेगी अपने मन में, और इसी पेट्रियार्कल माइंडसेट की वजह से समाज मजबूर करता है कि वो आदमी भी उल्टा दूसरे को गाली दे और लड़ाई करे उसके साथ वहां जाए। लेकिन क्या लड़ाई करने से प्रॉब्लम खत्म हो जाएगी? बिल्कुल भी नहीं। इमेजिन करो वो दूसरा गाड़ी वाला, वो एनिमल फिल्म के रणविजय जैसा है। वो एक बड़ा अमीर आदमी है, कानून की उसे कोई परवाह नहीं, अपने साथ एक रिवॉल्वर लेकर चलता है या बेसबॉल बैट लेकर आता है। फिर क्या करोगे आप? फिर आप फ्रस्ट्रेशन में आकर वापस मुड़ लोगे, उससे माफी मांगोगे। आपकी जो मेल ईगो है वो हर्ट हो जाएगी।
अरे कुछ नहीं भैया, कुछ नहीं।
लोग आपका फिर भी मजाक बनाएंगे, अरे ये देख कैसा मर्द है, ये तो मार खा के आ गया, माफी मांग कर आ गया। ये बहुत से रिसर्च पेपर्स हैं जो इस बात को साबित करते हैं कि आदमी औरतों से ज्यादा लड़ाइयों में उलझते हैं। 2022 में रिलीज हुई द स्टेट ऑफ यूके बॉयज रिपोर्ट ने बताया कि कैसे वायलेंस को नॉर्मलाइज किया जाता है।
So it is Laura Bates, State of UK Boys report released today by Global Boyhood Initiative. Okay. So here he is basically saying violence or being tough is normalized as a natural part of being a man. Okay. See, this is all feminist literature that he is peddling here. Male on male violence. So we have to first understand what is male on male violence. Okay, we have to go to root of it. What do you say, Akshat?
Sir, I agree, because even in the previous part, when he said that imagine a unemployed person and the only person that you can think of is a man, and him being employed, that is patriarchal in itself. Matlab, I was not able to get it at all. We need to get to the root of it, because if I was given an option of not working at all and sitting at home, I would love to do that. But is this how the society works? But I don't know.
I mean, as far as working and gender roles are concerned, men are getting, two different signals. On one hand, they are being sold the equality and feminism talk. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And on the other hand, it is getting more and more patriarchal or traditional, that a man has to do the modern man's role. He also has to do traditional man's role. Right. So you have to put one leg in 2024. You have to put another leg in 1965. Right. I mean, you are changing the diapers of the baby. That is 2024 or 2015, 2024. And you are also not getting access to the child if you are separated. That is 1965. Okay. And you are working, your spouse is working, and you are contributing half of the housework, let us say, and she was also doing cooking, everything, both half of the housework is being shared. But she will tell you mostly that my money is, my money, your money, let it be shared. So she is bringing the patriarchy. So here also the man has no recourse to it, anything, right? So he has to stay in two different domains. But here is the point about men being violent or male to male violence. And the whole thing is that gender is a social construct, and male to male violence, why there is male to male violence. But let us ask, in the movies and popular culture, they show a lot of male to male violence, right? You see Sholay, or you see any iconic movie, Godfather, or any movie for that matter, even Gangs of, why we have to go to animal movie? We have to talk about Gangs of Wasseypur or many action movies. So let's go to Terminator or Predator. Okay, even though that's an alien, but it's a male alien, seems to be a male alien. Okay, so the way that alien walks, broad shoulders and all, so the point is the male on male violence, why that exists. We have to understand the fundamentals of it.
Right, sir.
See, the male role, evolutionary role, last millions of years is to fight against nature. You have to fight against a wild bear, or you have to fight against wild beasts or hyenas or some wild animals or wolves, right? You have to fight and protect the clan. That is the male role. So the violence doesn't start with the man. It starts with the nature, and nature is violent. The wild animals are violent.
Actually,
hang on. Whether it is like, the river is violent. If there is a flood, the river is violent. If there is a fire, the fire is violent. If the house, Samir, did you disconnect? I mean, yeah. So okay. So if there is a fire, the house caught fire, the fire is violent, and it is man's duty to jump in
Definitely.
and rescue people, right? So the man has to play a violent role with respect to the animals. So the weapons were made, the tools were made, the stone tools, and later on the metal tools were made mainly for the man to fight against the nature, and that is how the human civilization progressed. Even look at the male elephant, the tusker, the male elephant. It plays a bigger role than the female elephants to protect
Hurt.
the herd. Okay. Similarly, you look at any male animal has that behavior. Now we may say, of course, we are human beings, we are not animals, but this also leads to male conflict, both in animal kingdom, and the lions can fight with each other. Okay, for reproduction or for any region, territory or whatever. So this is a part of nature. Okay, now to assign the whole thing on men and to demonize this, like as if there is something wrong, and we don't come with a switch. You know, we don't come with a switch. So our biology and our psychology, each based on what happened in evolution or what happened even 100 years back. There was World War I.
Yes.
Was fought. Men have to fight against each other also for resources. And that is how the evolution was designed. Evolution was never designed, to have a lot of compassion for men or lot of empathy for men. Of course, the empathy, compassion, and all that remained for the old people, old and sick people, the women, and the children. If you want to free men from patriarchy and male to male violence, we cannot overlook this particular fact, that there is a male to male violence. If there was slavery, there is a male to male violence. But this is all has come from evolution. Of course, we have to transcend, we have to go beyond, we have to evolve, I agree. But the whole feminist expectation is that we have to evolve overnight. Okay?
Correct.
We have to evolve overnight. And if we fail to evolve overnight, become like women or whatever they think we are overnight, if we fail to do that, then they will be demonizing us, or they will be throwing a lynch mob at us. See, we have soldiers in the border fighting. Okay, if there is a natural calamity, you have to fight against wild situations. Right? If you have to hunt, see, men still do a lot of violent work. I mean, they have to do that violent work, whether against nature or you have to do all that. Now, of course, women are also trying to join or whatever. That is okay. If women did not had a reproductive role, then women would have also done that violent role. So it is the reproductive role that shielded women. Okay, but just to claim that overnight the man should not have any of that male to male violence has to go down, I would love it. But then in that case, how a soldier will fight at the border, or a policeman will do his duty while dealing with terrorists, or while dealing with some criminals.
Yes.
Right? So the whole idea that the violent side of masculinity is evil, come on, there is a need for it as well. Now, the sad part of it is that some of that may seep into the society, that may cause harm, to women, children, or elderly, or whatever. That is the domino effect. So, of course, you may agree or disagree, this discussion is needed. And this discussion should not be happening in a podcast. This should be happening in a university. Right? But they are not discussing that, right? Anyway, let's continue. If can we continue, or you guys have to add any point to it?
No, so I completely agree to what you have said about
Right.
the whole need of us changing overnight and demonizing us if we don't. And it gets as a young man in today's society, it gets so difficult for me to be stretched out so thin, one leg in 2024, one leg in 1969, and then, questioning each and everything of what I'm doing and how I'm going to do things, because now
Right.
everyone around me is changing the narrative of how my
Right.
psychology is. It gets difficult,
Right.
but who's talking about it?
Right. Let's see. We become male feminists right now. Let us say, but the feminists will do nothing to change the so-called traditional stuff. For example, they will not give the men child access easily. Still, the man has to pay a huge alimony even for a 1 month of marriage. Okay, and everything remains gendered. And the poor man, if he is not having patriarchy, still he will not. He has to buy a bus ticket, whereas a middle class woman can get a free bus ticket in Karnataka state, right? So you can't be talking a fight against patriarchy and also at the same time silent about a lot of gender stuff that is going on, especially in legal, political, or police law enforcement domain. Okay, see, feminists in India are strongly opposing, protection and justice of men from sexual harassment and rape. Okay, see, a man can sexually harassed or he can be raped from by another man or a woman. Okay, worldwide that is the interpretation. A woman can drug a man, okay, and she can get him, she can rape him. Okay, just like a woman can get aroused during a forcible or a rape like situation, it can happen to a man as well, right? I have seen feminists talking in a very, you know, in a very low level talk. Like, how can a man, woman rape a man because there is a physiology involved.
Right.
But a man can be drugged, right? And he can be aroused. And why you have to talk about PIV sex? That's the only P in V, PIV sex. Is that the only form of sex available? I mean, exists. There are many other kinds of sex that is available, right? Like a woman can rape a man orally, right? Or digitally, right? So when it comes to women and sexual abuse of women, they talk about all kinds of rape. But when it comes to men, they will only talk about something specific, right? So there is a lot of resistance going on that a woman can also sexually harass a man or stalk a man or inappropriately touch a man, especially if the man is a celebrity. Let's take the example of a man being a celebrity or is a model or is a smart guy or is a Mr. India or whatever, right? A man can be inappropriately touched. Now, why don't you discuss about that kind of a stuff? If you really want to create an egalitarian society with both the genders fighting against patriarchy or whatsoever it is, right? So this is the whole anomaly, that you want men to be feminists, at the same time you want men to be in the doing the traditional gender roles. So how can a man be feminist and do the gender roles, stuck in the gender? So you want both the things.
Correct.
Right.
Like dhoti bhi pehenna hai, pant bhi pehenna hai.
If a man is a feminist, then how will he protect the society in night? Or if
Yeah.
somebody is going on the highway, there
No,
is some mishap
their theory is that if man becomes feminist, then the women will protect also, right? Women will also protect, or women will also take up that role. That's what they're saying. Like, women can be
We
good emergency workers or whatever. They're claiming, like, if a man becomes feminist, then the woman will do the job and she will not ask alimony. She will give child access to the man also, or maybe shared parenting. They are offering all that. But let me tell you, 20 years I'm waiting to see.
Hmm.
Okay. And they have not changed in 20 years even an inch. They
No,
have
the
not moved a
20,
single inch. So how long? It's not a new theory. This theory that there will be egalitarian society, there is no man, no gender and all those things, we will be equal and we will be sharing everything equally, this is being sold since 1970s and 80s. right? That's why we became male feminists when we were in college or in our families and all. We became male feminists.
Yep.
But then we found out 25, 30 years back or 20 years back that this entire thing is a fraud. That the man will be expected to be both doing the modern gender roles, or modern role, and also the traditional role. You will be changing the diaper. But when it comes to child access, if there is a divorce, you will not think about Leander Paes. Leander Paes is a Grand Slam level, tennis player. He in fact won a medal in Olympics for tennis for India, and he had to run around for child access or child
So,
visitation. Okay,
correct. So one
and think
way,
about
one
Mohammad
way,
Shami. Has Mohammad Shami got access to his daughter?
No.
And why not? Why not? Even let's say no physical access, at least a video access. Have you given? I mean, 20 years is taking, and let's say the domestic violence law was passed in 2005. Now it will be 19 years. It was passed in October 2000, and then they excluded men. Now 19 years are over. Can you include men even a bit for the protection? Maybe you give a restraining order. We are not saying that you give men compensation or whatever. We are saying if a man comes to you with injuries, we are not even saying verbal domestic violence. We are just saying the man comes to the hospital with injuries because the wife has thrown something at him or she attacked him with a knife, or wife and her family members showed their patriarchal power. She called the patriarchal people, mindset people from her family, right? Or she got some goons from the family. See, patriarchy exists among us, right? Let's ask wife's father. He's hitting her husband. Is it not a is the husband is a male feminist, and the wife's father is a Reddy or a Thakur, Thakur Narayan Singh. He comes with his muscle man and he beats up the husband. Okay, so is not it patriarchal soch, right? And then you go to the husband goes to police station for protection. Police says there is no law to protect you, so you better settle it out or you adjust. That's how it is. So you are saying that there's a lot of things are on the plate for men, but where are they? We don't see it. For 20 years we are waiting to see. You are not giving us anything and you are continuing to demonize men. You are saying men are toxic, men do not share. Point is, the moment the man shares, the feminists will laugh at him.
right.
So you see, this particular battle is fake battle. Okay, let's continue and we will see exactly what kind of a scam going on between. Let me ask you one thing. Are really feminists against patriarchy, or are feminists friends of patriarchy? If there is really a patriarchy, are they the friends? I mean, let's watch the rest of the things. I mean, I think he will offer more. He will offer more to men. Like if you become a male feminist, there's lot more. मतलब दावत पे बुला रहा है वो, खाना पीना खिलाएगा, 10 course whatever, 10-20 course meal में जो भी different item खिलाएगा वो. So let's see what all he's offering men, so that we become male feminists.
है और ये माना जाता है कि लड़का जब बड़ा हो रहा है तो वायलेंस होना एक नेचुरल पार्ट है बड़े होने के प्रोसेस में. लेकिन प्रॉब्लम यहाँ सिर्फ वायलेंस की नहीं है, प्रॉब्लम मेंस लोनलीनेस की भी है. अब आपको सुनकर लगेगा यार ये कैसे हो सकता है, ये मेंस की लोनलीनेस फेमिनिज्म और पेट्रियार्की से कैसे रिलेटेड है. लेकिन रिलेशन है दोस्तों, और बड़ा तगड़ा रिलेशन है. पेट्रियार्कल माइंडसेट एक आदमी को रोने नहीं देता. अगर कोई लड़का रोता है तो समाज उससे कहता है कि अरे आदमी होकर रोता है. एक कहावत है ना कि बॉयज डोंट क्राई.
लड़के नहीं रोते यार.
ओ देवदास, छोड़ ना यार, लड़के ऐसे नहीं रोते.
रोना तो छोड़ो, पेट्रियार्कल सोच आदमियों को किसी भी तरीके का नेगेटिव इमोशन नहीं एक्सप्रेस करने देती. अगर कोई लड़का अपने मेल फ्रेंड्स के साथ स्ट्रेस के बारे में बात करेगा, अपनी प्रॉब्लम्स के बारे में बात करेगा, तो
can we stop? If patriarchal thinking does not allow men to express, negative emotion, then why do you call men toxic? So the men are showing their frustration, their anger, their helplessness. These are all negative emotions, right?
Correct.
their rage, these are negative emotions. If they're, so you are saying patriarchy stops men from expressing positive emotions, expressing negative emotions. I mean, I understand that men don't cry, but men do cry when they come to our center. They do cry in our men's communities because we have safe space. At least if they don't cry also, I can see the tears in their eyes. I mean, the drop may not fall, but his eye lights up and his eye has, that some amount of, tears
It
coming up,
wells,
right?
wells up. It wells up.
Yes, we can notice.
Swells
We
up,
can notice the
right?
sadness in the eyes.
Right. Now we are doing all that work with thousands and thousands of men in our community centers in India. And the way the feminists dismiss us, saying these are potential rapists, and and these are criminals, these are, see, if they say any, their ideal feminist man, if they search for ideal feminist, if there is a, like a master chef, if there is a test for ideal feminist man, means we guys will qualify. Most probably we will score, we the MRAs will score some of the best positions, not Farhan Akhtar, not Boman Irani, not Amir Khan, not Farhan, not that Raghu and Rajiv. They will not score. They are saying, no, the real feminist men, whatever they have the attributes, we guys will qualify who are MRs. Okay. But we will not call ourselves feminists. Okay. I mean, men are coming to us and they are crying. They are not being judged, and we are giving them the space to express themselves, positive or negative or emotions, whatever way. We are extending compassion and empathy towards them. And once in a while, if a female calls us also, even though that's not our mandate or our job, we deal with them. And we are good in cooking food, right? We cook food. Come on, there is a MRA who is like a big time chef online, and he even he has participated in master chef stuff. I mean, he used to be a judge in certain language in one of the language of India. So the point is that the sensitive men are with MRAs, right? Whereas they have never met us, they don't want to even talk to us, right? Okay. So anyway, so let's go ahead and see what else he is trying to sell us.
उसे इमोशनली वीक कंसिडर किया जाएगा, उसे कहा जाएगा कि अरे क्या तू लड़कियों की तरह इमोशनल हो रहा है यार। हमारे समाज में जो मेल फ्रेंडशिप्स होती हैं वो किन एक्टिविटीज में एक्सप्रेस होती हैं? लड़कों को अक्सर एक दूसरे के साथ सिनेमा हॉल में मूवी देखना जाना पसंद है, क्रिकेट मैच खेलना पसंद है या पार्टी करना पसंद है। लेकिन औरतों की जो फ्रेंडशिप्स होती हैं वो ज्यादा इंटीमेट और इमोशनल होती है। लड़कियां अपने दोस्तों के साथ ज्यादा खुलकर बात करती हैं, अपनी प्रॉब्लम्स एक्सप्रेस करती हैं। लेकिन अगर कोई लड़का ऐसा कर ले तो समाज उसे एक्सेप्ट नहीं करेगा। इसी रीजन से मेंस लोनलीनेस एक सेपरेट इशू बन जाता है। जब एक लड़का डिप्रेस्ड फील करता है तो उसे अपने डिप्रेशन को अंदर ही अंदर दबाए रखने को मजबूर किया जाता है। किसी भी तरीके का ग्रीफ, किसी भी तरीके की इमोशनल प्रॉब्लम्स को ओपनली एक्सप्रेस करना सोसाइटी में एक्सेप्टेबल नहीं माना जाता।
इतना इमोशनल कैस्ट्रेशन दोस्तों,
Can we stop and rewind? Yeah. See, guys, he's saying that men only relate to other men when it is sports or whether it is politics, sports. Men do not really express feelings with other men. Do you think you agree as far as men's rights community is concerned?
No.
Samir, what do you think? I mean, you being with the men's rights community or Akshat being men's rights community, what do you think?
See, we have seen men coming up to meet each other. Okay. So they want to
talk their feelings. To talk their
Yes.
feelings.
Talk about their
And
feelings.
their vulnerabilities. Right? And their
but-
chote cheez.
But side by side, they don't want to show that they are losers.
See, you leave about other men. I'm talking about main MRAs.
See, male MRS.
When you sit with the top MRAs, do you ever feel that you want to talk about sports or economy and science and politics? You want to talk that thing with the main MRAs? Do you do that?
No, I think we get very emotional about even the smallest of things that we actually feel. May it be related to our parents, may it be related to our work, and not work in the terms of our progress, but in terms of the stress that it is creating in us, and it's because it's a very closed space. So I personally feel very comfortable in talking to other MRAs and ease out
Right.
talking to them about each and every emotional
Right.
angles of my personality, and it's easy.
Yeah.
It's easy to talk. So it's not only what he's saying.
Right. Right. I mean, if the space is there, like Samir, like I have stayed in your house, right? I mean, we may watch a movie and we talk, not action movies, by the way. I mean, we can go into all these things, and let me just recently, by the way, let me just call Guy for a second. He's in my house, and yeah, Guy, can you be here? So we MRAs are like we save space and we sit together, discuss all these things. So yeah, here is Guy. Yeah. So yeah, can you see? Yeah. See, we are here sitting, and 2 days back, we both did not watch an action movie. Okay?
Okay.
We watched the movie called Queen.
Great movie.
Okay? We MRAs are watching a movie called Queen because we wanted to talk about smaller aspects of life. Right? And here these people are saying, like, we are suppressing ourselves. And why do we suppress ourselves? We are talking about every small relationship between our family members, and what happens, what differences about our uncles, about our relatives, and who is what, and all that we are sharing right now when we are talking, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Several other great.
Right. So what what are you talking about? Like, it's like of course, the guys who are not MRAs, okay, the guys who are not MRAs, they are different. But we are, whatever he's saying, we don't fit into that, right? We are sharing feelings, emotions, and our small aspects of life, and we are not like, no, this is all, will suppress these things and all. Like we talk, like, today I'm feeling low, today I'm feeling, stressed out, or I am feeling lethargic, or in this way, and I don't know, I said something inappropriate, I should not have said it, this was that way. We are going into all these details.
Absolutely.
Come on, there are so many men who have written great poetry since ancient times. How can these men write great poetry, okay, without going into... So you can't stereotypically classify men, in that kind of a thing, because men have a huge range of behavior that is available, right? Yeah, let's continue. Let's...
आ जाता है।
इतना इमोशनल कैस्ट्रेशन दोस्तों कि वो
thank
इमोशनल इंटेलिजेंस से वंचित रह जाता है।
और इसका नतीजा क्या होता है? दुनिया भर में सुसाइड के कारण मारे जा रहे लोगों को अगर आप देखोगे तो आदमियों में ये रेट औरतों से कहीं ज्यादा है।